I'm starting a new Pizzaeaters franchise. I'm still thinking about what I want to do long term with this one. I don't know if I want to do contract extensions. I don't think I'm going to do anything free agency wise. I don't want to sign anyone whatsoever. At least that's the ideal thing that I'm planning to do. Let's see, probably gonna have to do that one. That one's okay. There's a high efficiency one. So I should be able to do the top ones here with no issue. Probably. Man, that's not good. Not good at all. These are really bad. Yeah, this is really bad. I almost kind of regret doing this fantasy draft now. There's literally not one efficiency slash position player besides that one. So I guess we're gonna be redoing that here. So was this one, right? Yeah. So that'll be my position player one then. So obviously I'm gonna have to do this one for the pitcher because I have no other choice. And then anybody else that's relatively high discovery wise. Ooh, that's actually way higher. I can go up to 95. That way I can do like another. Ooh, there we go. That would be perfect. Please be enough. Darn. That's unfortunate. I think that's the highest I can go. So, obviously that one. He might be really good at discovering pitchers, though. So that could be helpful. Without me doing any. I think that's all I need to do, right? Everything else should be good. Actually, surprised it's 24 million. Okay, we should be good. Let's get through this. The first 3 years or so is nothing but drafting for the most part. Per usual. Is our record, if we have 10 wins, I will be surprised. Okay, let's see. I don't like the fact that it's. I really wish the position player one was higher on that. Yeah, the only other thing I don't like with the Chicago's is you don't get that extra like supplemental pick with Chicago for some reason. don't really want to go after any college players if I can help it, unless it's a pitcher. That one. Always easy to. Is that going to be my third generational catcher? That's almost guaranteed to be generational, just because of where his stats are. And I've seen two other generational catchers with 75 durability. So that means, and they were both at 12. So that almost guarantees that's generational. I mean, it makes sense, obviously. But I also, if I do take that, I kind of don't want to do long-term contracts that go. I don't want to give him a 15-year deal in this one. Yeah, he's generational. You can tell just by where that dropped to. So I don't even need to finish him. So I know what he's going to be. So that's guaranteed to be my first pick. 100%. There's probably no one better in this draft class. Let's see. Just looking to see if there's another one. Because I would definitely prefer a position player, not a catcher. But I guess overall, it does make more sense to go ahead and grab the catcher in the first draft. Because whenever I do these, it always tends to be, I think my first ever draft pick for my original one last year was a catcher as well. He wasn't generational, but he was very good. I don't think that one's gonna last. I feel like I need to get a later round person. Let's see. It's a non-ranked one. I can do that. Alright, 3 wins so far. That could be another good one right there. I want to make sure that other one went up to 5 or 50. So, as long as I keep that on catcher, he'll probably be so DeGrom gets traded in this fantasy draft. This is the first time I've seen him get traded, actually. A very interesting return. Not a bad return, if you ask me. I think that was a pretty even trade. I definitely like the look of this guy. If I can get him with the second pick, I think that'll be worth it. And then we can pretty much focus on... Oh, crap. I have not changed. Whoops. I have had luck drafting these types of relievers without scouting them. So there's a good chance that I'll be able to still get a decent reliever at that point. I'm going to look at, let's see, this one. I can't believe I forgot to change the discovery prospects. 4 and 29. That could be a pretty good first baseman. So I got 3 position players that look really good. I should really be looking at more. As of now, I actually feel like I have good choices to choose from. Look at that one. Not gonna have much power. Doesn't matter on that one. That could be another decent one. Potentially a potential. Then one more week. Rodriguez. This one was more or less a fighting for a playoff spot, probably. Okay, that one looks good too, so I will probably be looking at that one as well. I'm probably going to look at least 2 position players. Obviously the catcher, that looks like he's generational, which, like I said, I've never found generational catchers hardly ever in any of my other rebuilds. And now, like, 3 of my last 4 have all had a generational catcher in them. So, which is kind of crazy. I wonder if this one's because the pitchers is so high. You might have a hard time finding positional players. Get the East, there should be a decent amount. Oh wait, just left him on there. Any other third baseman worth looking at? Nah. Look at this one. Might have pretty high overall. Chapman gets traded. Let's see. That one could be okay. I doubt I'd want to take him there though. And there definitely seems like I'm definitely gonna have to scout multiple pitchers. I think, to be honest, I'm probably gonna just start doing that. Yeah, he didn't find anybody. So that's not a good sign, discovery-wise. I'll give it another week or two with the position players, but obviously I know one that I'm taking 100%. And there's at least one other for sure that I'm intrigued with. There's three. So let me see. No, that could be pretty good. That one could be okay. Definitely want to look at him. And then I'll probably start pitchers after that. We are at 7 and 57. Three more. That one's okay. Okay, one last week. Garrett Whitlock. Very reasonable. That looks like a good potential prospect right there. Mid B's, most likely to mid 50. Obviously, trade bait in later seasons. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start scouting pitchers because I need them more than I'm actually gonna see if I can't. I'm just gonna keep looking for. Let me do East, so that way I can keep getting as much as possible. Josh Hader, Yandy Diaz, Tate, former Braves prospect. Yeah, they're still discovering, so. Central. Let me look at what we have so far, pitching wise. I ain't gonna have any problem signing any pitchers, I don't think. So. But my ideal first two picks are that obviously the catcher and that right fielder with 41. If he lasts that long. Otherwise, I'll take the best pitcher on the board at that point. That's normally what I do. Always like to go position player first, and then best available pitcher after. It looks like there's a lot of good pitchers too. So I definitely don't think it's going to be a hard choice. Well, it'll probably be a hard choice, but not to the extent that I can't decide. See if there's any more in the international. Okay. Obviously, I wouldn't take a college pitcher. I'm looking for potential. Preferably at least 4 pitches. I hate 3 pitch starting pitchers. They never last, and they always get lit up. Preferably a lefty with decent velocity. 94, 95, hopefully. Most of the time it's the lower end of the velocity range, though. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Central. That way I get 2 more weeks of that, because International got plenty of time. We almost got 10 wins! First time I ever did this, I only got 7 the entire first year. There, we can just do that for the last week. I ain't gonna bother changing them out. Okay. So, I know for a fact... Where's the catcher at? He shouldn't be that far down. He's down that far? Fine, I'll just go ahead and scout him in that spot, I guess. I already know he is, just from where his stats were. They were all in the 60s. Fielding ability was right below 70, and his durability was at 75, which every catcher I've seen that's generational has started at 75 durability. So, okay, let's finish this out. Andres Munoz. I actually had him in my Angels franchise. That guy. He was okay. So, it went down to 94, but I already know good and well he is going to be the best player in the draft. It's a guarantee. He is healthy, right? Yes. So, pretty much a guarantee. Ideally, I would like him at pick 41, I think it was. I might try to hold off. Let's see, there. Okay, that one actually. I might just do pitcher with my second pick and then take the third baseman with the third. I wish I had another pick or two. Yeah, there's actually a lot of good looking position players to choose from. I normally like taking the non-ranked closing pitchers. They tend to be very good more often. I actually like doing these ones as well. Because the relievers slash closing pitchers tend to get the higher overall ratings. I've seen a 91 overall before and a 93 overall closing pitcher. So it definitely happens. I think those two are probably the two I'll look at and see. And take gambles on later, depending on what happens. So most likely, I would say this guy is probably going to be that first pitcher I take. I don't see any of these others lasting that long. But I would 100% take him if he's there. Yeah, that only having 3 pitches kills him. It's instant, like, trade slash not want to take him at that point. I would prefer to stay away from college pitchers. That could be a really good one. I just don't like two-seamers. That could be another good one, but he's going to have very low velocity. Like, barely 90 miles an hour. Those guys I normally try to trade off. This could be another good one right here. Mid-tier velocity. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. The rest of these look reasonable. Probably not going to have much better options. So, with the first selection, with our first ever pick, Fatville takes John Perez, catcher, who looks like he has the making of a generational Joe Mauer type. Whether he actually sims that way, I guess we'll see. Rafael Velasquez. Couldn't get that word out. Older prospect. Wasn't projected to go this high, but. And Jose Sosa. Another college pitcher. Going number 3 to the Twins. As the first round commences. I do like to sit and watch the first round normally. I don't think I'm going to. These are the teams that seem to always get those extra picks. So maybe I should start doing franchises with these teams. When I was doing that one with Colorado last year, it was great, always having that extra pick. Okay, let's see who's come off the board. Kenny Waltz, projected to be number 2. Looks like he's going to be a high contact, low power guy with average fielding. Doug Killian. Looks like he's going to be very good against righties, or at least have a decent amount of power against righties. Two of the best pitchers are off the board, both looking like they are going to be very good. High 60s. First, unexpected pick, Edgar Iglesias, taken at number 9 by the Braves. Oh, a non-ranked one. They don't always go this early. Do not see that often. They normally last. Then there's the guy like I 100% would have taken had he fallen to 41. I didn't think he was going to. Luis Marte, another good-looking pitcher out of college. Should have started with the high overall, it looked like. Oh, the number 1 ranked pitcher finally goes off the board at 16 to the Texas Rangers. And he was actually ranked as the number 2 overall prospect. So he's probably going to have at least 70 overall. He was probably going to be pretty close to MLB ready right out the gate. So the guys we're looking at are still available. I'm going to go ahead and skip to our next pick as let's see who is left. We have 4 minutes, so I might as well take a quick look. Okay, so who is left? So we do have a higher rated pitcher that is ranked. Unfortunately, he is kind of off my board because he only has 3 pitches. Although one of them is a splitter. I'm a big fan of splitters. That guy probably, if I would have scouted him, maybe, but I doubt he's going to be very good. I actually would like to go after a position player as well. But that probably wouldn't be a bad idea right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and go here because he's the most scouted. Even though I, I feel like I need to go with the pitcher that's one left-handed because I like lefties. And I want to take a position player in round 3. So I'm going to go with the pitcher I want and not the one that's more highly rated. Because, again, they're not going to be in the majors for at least 3 years, most likely. So let's skip ahead again. Who is still available? Personally, would like him, another lefty, but I definitely feel like the third baseman is the choice here. Maybe even the second baseman. I did forget to look at that right fielder. I don't know if he was still here at the last pick, but I think third baseman is probably the way to go here. If the second baseman is still there for the next pick, which he is not. So where's the first baseman? So we'll go first baseman here. And then the last, we have 2 picks? Yes. So one more pitcher, and we will probably take a look at him as well. So I'm going to go with this one just because highly scouted, has a good shot at being a potential. I would much rather have a potential than a high overall right now. And then if the reliever is still there, 100% taking him. Even though I wouldn't be opposed to either one of those two. But definitely feel like we had a pretty good draft overall. I got 2 pitchers I liked. And pretty much a guaranteed, I'm gonna make sure, but I'm fairly positive he is. I can easily get these guys signed. They're practically already there, so. Let's see, hopefully I can get him as well, because he's pretty much fully scouted already. And then these two can get fully scouted. Oh no. I'm gonna leave it on there just because I want to see him fully. But that's scaring me a little bit actually. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, I wasn't. We'll give him one more, because that'll show me 100%. And I still got plenty of time to sign him, so. And there you go. He will 100% be an 80 overall with 98 or 99 potential, 75 durability. He's going to be the top end of all these, 100%. And he is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and sign him now, just to get it over with. And then those two get a little bit more. I definitely think he's going to be at least B potential. So I feel like that was a good reliever to pick. I am going to be happy with that. I don't mind my relievers having only 3 pitches. It's just the starters I mind. Actually, well, we'll go ahead and do it. And then we should be able to get him with the next week. Or next 2 days. Zach Gallen is traded at the deadline. Oh crap. Whoops. He should sign at 70%. Okay, good. I think he's going to be the top end of that. Worst case scenario, he's going to be like a 40, 46, 47. And he's still going to have A potential, so he'll be probably trade bait or Rule 5 draft fooder later on. So, all in all, I think I'm pretty happy with the draft. Okay, I was right. 99. And overall, okay, he's a little bit lower than I thought he was going to be, but I can live with that. Only one below a B. So, for someone you don't even scout, good velocity. Actually, quite a bit of stamina too, so he's more of a long reliever. Decent hit for 9 against lefties. He has reverse splits, which is actually interesting. Pretty good control. Clutch needs to be worked on, but overall, not a bad pick. 54 overall. Pretty much everyone in the 50s. And he was 46, so again, worst case scenario. He's gonna be trade bait later on for someone. But I haven't decided yet. He was a little bit lower than I was hoping. Pretty good stamina. Has a lot to work on. That clutch is absolutely horrendous. But and the durability's not great either, but we'll see what happens. See how he develops. Very happy with this one. Only thing I don't like is the power, but pretty good speed. His overall is pretty much all in his fielding, so he's gonna be a glove first type of guy. And then him. Again, mid-range velocity, much better clutch, but he's more of a long reliever in the long run. Again, another guy with reverse splits. Pretty good control though. I would say very reasonable. But overall, first pick saved us, obviously. But we still got multiple years ahead of us. So, we'll see how the next couple drafts go. But I'm very happy with that draft. Cannot complain. I'm just gonna auto do that one because, again, there's nobody on the team that's worthy of it to begin with. Would we end up at 16 wins? That's not too bad. Considering we had nobody above a 60, I don't think. Yeah, highest overall was a 58, so. I normally win Rookie of the Year this season, but just because everyone on the team is pretty much a rookie. But it's okay that it wasn't. And how much time do I got left? Got about 15 minutes. So yeah, a lot of people retire just because of the ability and how low they were. So I lose a lot of players after year one. Drops me all the way to 65. Okay, and even better, that does not happen often. I actually think I'm gonna go with that one. +3 speed is looking nice. That pitching clutch one could be good too, though. Yeah, that pitching clutch one actually looks nice. I'm gonna go to 5. I think that's a very reasonable. Actually, I'm good with that because I don't bunt at all. Got plenty of money right now. Yeah, I would like to get another one with pitching clutch. That would be extremely helpful. But not the ones I'm seeing. Yeah, none of these are really intriguing me. That's not ideal. Okay, we can go with this one. It's not the greatest, but I can live with it. And I think Farm Director was the other one. +3 speed. Again, a pitching clutch would be great. I might do that one just for a couple years. I'd rather stay near the top. What's the other one I just saw? Where'd he go? This one. I would say that one's probably one of the better ones. I'll just keep them for 5 years. I think that's reasonable. Okay, everyone there is good. Fortunately, this takes forever. Fortunately, this always takes forever. And then I have to go through and add at least like 15 players because of everyone that retired because of ability. And then I normally take as many players as I can in the Rule 5 draft. And then I gotta make sure that they don't put the catcher up in the majors. Because I would prefer to keep him out. as long as possible. At least for a year, preferably 2. And then bring him up as like a 90 plus overall catcher. Because I would like to start my full sim at that point. Should be the last one. I think I just mainly needed pitchers. Most of what I took were like 30, 40 overalls. Okay, there we go. Those are done. Then all free agents. I could actually probably find a decent couple young ones if I really, really look. But I really don't feel like it. It's already gonna take long enough as is. Seriously? Come on, dog. So definitely need to do at least like 2 more probably. Give me a 60 overall. Maybe there aren't any. Like, I'll take that. Take a couple other low tier ones. Whoops. Okay, so what am I at? We're at 70. So I need to add at least like 5 to 10 more. So 3 more relief pitchers and a catcher. And then I should be okay after that. We'll just do that. Trying to take those worst ones. Do a couple more here. Gotta remember to do that first. A couple more. Say maybe like a left fielder. Should be a reasonable amount. Yeah, that should be fine for now. It gets us close to 80. And I plan on taking at least a couple. Obviously a few Rule 5 guys, so everything else should be good for the time being. Crazy that that one catcher prospect jumped us that high. Jazz. Tariq signed with the Diamondbacks. Is that where he goes in real life? I guess we'll see. Freddie Peralta also got a nice looking deal. Oh, I didn't even realize he hadn't taken that yet. Hopefully all those other ones finished. I totally forgot. Okay, it looks like they did. So, we are good. As we need to hurry. Kyle Bradish gets traded for Jonah Tong. And Dennis Santana. I'm also going to take a risk by not saving beforehand. Morjan with a 4-year deal. Here, this could really screw me in the long run. It likes to do that to me. Let's see. Okay, it didn't screw me too bad, so I can live with that. As long as I'm in the top 3. Trevor Rogers gets 5 years. And then this is where we are going to look. I'm actually good with this one. I like Vaughn, personally, so I want to get at least. That's actually probably not a bad one either. We could do that too. I'm going to take one other right fielder. Because he's relatively young, so. And then after this, we'll end the episode. Say that one too. So this is where we'll probably end up with the Rookie of the Year. Because we'll obviously have younger guys playing the entire season up in the majors. That's another decent looking one. There's 23-year-old. I'll definitely do that one. That one could be a pretty good one overall. Good power, so I actually think I'm going to do that one too. Let's go ahead and do that one actually. Start him on arbitration. And we'll take one more guy. Or not. We got a full roster now. Never mind. Okay, that's going to end this episode. Next episode will be season number 2. Bubik. As, like I said, I am not planning on doing anything long term in the free agent market. I will do trades later on, but obviously it'll just be, it's going to be realistic trades where I'm giving up a lot to get the players I want. And it'll be players that'll help us win, but not for like 5 to 6 years at the earliest. So, as we are at the start of season number 2. So, thanks for watching, and this series I think will be a lot more fun because I plan on doing pretty much a full sim once we get enough players into the majors. Probably like 2 to 3 years in, so, or maybe a little bit longer, like 4 or 5 years in. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.